Hello, everybody, and welcome to part number, let me check here, 6, maybe? Probably? Yes, part number 6 of Doki Doki Blue Skies, as we are playing the mod pack. And recap of last time, we read our poems out loud in practice for the recital that will be coming during the school festival. That's pretty much all I got for you. Let's get right into things. Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Oh, fuck. Dude, they, switched my... that's annoying. I have to, double click for everything now. That's so alternative lifestyle. What was the last thing that was said? Everyone goes through... Wait, did I load the right thing? This should be the last. Loading will lose unsaved progress. Yes. Okay, let's try that one more time. This was the last. Okay, we're right. Sorry for the unprofessional playthrough here. Before I knew it, everything was back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh yeah, I neglected to mention, Sayori was like, hey, I'm fine, but I just want to be alone and nap. But I think she was just avoiding us, and Monika went to talk to her, and we're just kind of like, oh, is she depressed? Is she mad at us? What is it? So that's the situation. Anyway, with whom should I share my poem? We're gonna go the old Yuri action first here. Markapi, it amazed me every time you show me a new composition. Your poetry is phenomenal. I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me feel somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece. Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't have an innate talent for writing, but I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best. And that's you, Yuri. My goodness. Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes. This feeling, I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing. Yeah, it really is. I still can't believe you've never shared your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work. You say that, but I'm not sure it's that simple. How so? Well, Yuri looks out the window wistfully. Markapi, do you know what I do in the afternoons? I like to find a quiet spot to eat lunch by myself. It's a wonderful time to reflect on things without distraction. In fact, I'm also able to catch up on my reading. Do you know why I enjoy reading so much, Markapi? There are so many amazing types of people within the pages. People who might infatuate you, or perhaps someone who could make you smile in your darkest moments. It might sound pathetic, but it makes me feel better about my solitude. It's almost as if I have my own group of friends. Is that weird? I don't have to worry about disappointing them. They don't find joy in deriding me. What does that even mean? And they don't hate me for acting so insufferably pretentious. Yuri, do people really say those things about you? People might think I'm haughty or that I'm a know-it-all, but in actuality, I know nothing useful about the world. I might be able to tell you what defines a Shakespearean sonnet, but I'm totally lost when it comes to socializing. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that it became apparent that something was missing. You. Me? Are you sure? Yes. The fact that you're willing to be patient with me, it really means a lot to me. I know there's so many things wrong with me, Markapi. My dictation is irritatingly slow. I'm never able to find confidence in my own opinions, and I look for hidden depths where they don't exist. But despite all that, you didn't leave me. It's been like 3 days or so, I don't know. Markapi, I can count on one hand the number of people I feel comfortable talking to. You're one of those people. And I'm so grateful for that. I see. Well, in my eyes, you're an incredible person. It'd be weird if I didn't treat you nicely, you know? I joined this club hoping to meet some new people, and I'm glad I got to meet you. Yes. I'm glad that I got to meet you too. Yuri hides her face in her hands. However, I notice she is smiling this time. Do you want to show me your poem? Yes. Yes, I do. Let me get it for you. All right, we're going to take a little sip of Wawa here. All right. Reading Yuri's cursive here. Heart's Beats is the name of this poem. Let's see. My throat is like very alternative lifestyle right now. Pounding eyes, exasperation, flowing liquid, conflagration. Man, this is really hard to read. Rhythmic pulse of candid blush, delicate notes, thoughts that rush. A considerate quail, quietly called, sleeping ribbons of bliss, excelled. Oh, that was quietly, whatever, fuck it. Careful hearts are wild and flimsy, patched or broken on ultimate whimsy. Nebulous traits of dainty tracks, final thoughts, no turning back. Irrepressible. Something drive to breathe. Kindness calmed, that will never leave. Exalted glow of fluorescent moss. Graceful steps of love or loss. Happy thoughts or hidden grief. A cautiously cut crimson leaf. Thrashing thread of an untamed gaze. Something chaos of hearts ablaze. Sparkling sounds of silent desire from strawberry rhythms that never tire. Remember when we were in school and they're like, hey, you need to write cursive and you're going to use this every day of your adult life. Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that to us? That just seems like that right there. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Anyway, finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Did I just miss what it was about? Because I couldn't read it. I'm illiterate. Like, I'm going to assume by our way of like giving it back to her awkward like that maybe it was about us and like liking us. But I have no clue, to be honest, just because I'm fucking illiterate. Maybe it's hypocritical of me, but I'm not sure if I can explain this one. Don't worry. The meaning is pretty clear to me. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. You must have put a lot of thought into this one, huh? Yuri nods. Well, I'm really happy that you showed me this poem. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. A small smile plays across Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to complete a sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Yuri smiles again. There's something so pure about it. You always know what to say, Markapi. Perhaps someday I can make you feel good too. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'd like that. Yuri finally turns back towards me. We should probably think about sharing with the others. But I'll see you later, won't I? Yeah, I promise, Yuri. With that, Yuri pivots around on her heel, making her way back to her desk. Epic. Let's see what's going on with Sayori. Wait, no. Let's go Monika, then Sayori. That's what we've always been doing. We're not gonna break the pattern. Hi, Markapi. I approach Monika, wanting to talk about Sayori with her some more. But she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything, and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon. Oh wow, I never would have guessed. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's not just a little bias during the poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says it with a teasing tone, but a chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monika would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance. Right. That's definitely not something that I can relate to. Haha. Don't worry so much, you'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Here it is. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her, to say the least. It's such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her? Markapi? Huh. Sorry, did you just call my name? Yeah, twice actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever's happened to Sayori. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Markapi. I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her. Thanks. I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right. I appreciate the advice, by the way. Of course. I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest of days for the club. But that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We're all put through this together. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally, but I think that Sayori probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I tried to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now... Oh, I almost forgot about myself. Some president I am, huh? Monika quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem then, alright? Thanks. Alright, The Box Part 2, the long-awaited sequel to the first The Box. Alright, on my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirls. She is inanimate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful, the most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins as the box's melody goes, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure, painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am evaded by amusement. The room spins around me. Vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is this all she is meant to be? Is this the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. Interesting. Need a little water after that one. You know, if you came here for me to decipher these poems, sorry. It's not happening, unfortunately. You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we have all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting, somber subjects for a somber day. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time. But how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friend so troubled. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing any more is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works already that most people won't receive any attention. At least, relative to the most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much that you can do in this situation besides try your best. However, you also shouldn't think of things in terms of popularity and numbers of views. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I say that's enough success. That was the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. I don't think that's depressing. It's just a message, just find satisfaction in yourself, love the process. Anyway, we're gonna go Natsuki first for the first time in forever. Yeah, no thanks. Wait, what? You didn't even... Next! Nice. Well, I don't know what to say. This is the first time I tried to be nice and pick Natsuki first, and she does that to me. This is why she is ranked where she is ranked. That's all I have to say about that. It's good to see you taking poetry seriously, Markapi. Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how I'd like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be. It looks like you've really been influenced by Yuri, too. Have I? Did you write specifically for her? What? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression? Never mind. It's a nice poem, by the way. Thank you. An awkward silence descends upon us. It's good to see you making friends, though. Seeing you get closer to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy too. I turn to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with a pen in her hands. Her words really don't match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it though, as I already know what the response would be. How's your nap, by the way? Oh yeah, it was great. Really helped. I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I open my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stop, remembering Yuri's words. Perhaps now just isn't the best time to ask about whatever's on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Yuri said, all I can do now is let her know I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you just have to work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey, Sayori, look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have pried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do, well, it feels like nothing. It's okay. I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monika told me she wanted to discuss our festival preparations after everyone was done sharing poems. So I should probably show you my poem now. Anyway, here it is. Alright, I'm guessing this is going to be a little depressing. Fairy Tale. That is an awesome anime. Probably the best ever made. Am I right, fellas? That's a joke. It's alright. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle, there was a wish. The wish came to be long, long ago. She was made to be an angel, but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too. I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one everyone depended on and trusted, but time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall, but I kept on going as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick, make it all go away. When everything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but they kept living happily, happily, happily ever after. I mean, I'm not that dense, but it's just seems like, hey, I'm just making other people happy, but I'm not happy myself, is what I picked up from that poem. Maybe I'm retarded, who knows? So, what do you think? Wow, Sayori, I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor, eh? What are we, Canadian? So what's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods. And people liked that, but eventually they kinda got used to it. But that's okay, because at least they were still happy. And this person, the kingdom's wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. But as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when the others are happy. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem trying to pick up on the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on just her to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into this a bit too much. I just feel kinda sorry for her. I blink. Am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems can get such a reaction out of you, Markapi. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night, and you seem to pick up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how the poem relates to Sayori. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that, though. Well, I hope the angel finds her happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She just might be surprised at how receptive the other people of the kingdom are. But then they'll be sad. That would be selfish. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair that they get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is my only response. Interesting. I hope this doesn't get sad, and I hope it gets more romantic in the near future, is my hopes for the game, the mod. Okay, everyone. we're all done sharing poems, right? In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all going to do for the festival. Oh, you still remembered? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, as I was saying... Well, I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making her specialty, cupcakes. But we might need a lot... Oh, sorry, I thought that was Natsuki for a second. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. Yep, I want to make some goodie bags for everyone, and put in little quotes, bookmarks, and candies. Ah, yes, that was it. Great idea. People will love that. Indeed. We're glad you're helping, Sayori. Ah, you guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing, though. Of course, because I'll be making them. We all share a collective laugh. How about you, Yuri? Ideally I'd like to do something that could enhance the atmosphere of our performances. I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Of course, that's fine. I'm excited to see what you come up with. You've also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that. Yuri ponders for a moment. How about banners and decorations? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself. Haha, well, great minds think alike, right? She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns to me. Anyway, that just leaves you, Markapi. The only club member who's useless. Haha, don't say that, retard. In fact, it looks like all of us have a lot of work to do for the festival. I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone when I say that some help would be much appreciated. So it's basically a choice between who to spend my weekend with. Why do I suddenly feel so nervous? I suppose I could use a bit of help. Not that I really need it, but if you want to help bake stuff, I could always just have you do some dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat. Natsuki, I doubt Markapi will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd be better off assisting someone else. Irk! Well, that's up to him to decide. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that, whore? Besides, how hard could making decorations be anyway? It's not as though I'm only speaking for myself. Monika and Sayori would likely be appreciative of help as well. Sorry, I'm retarded. And not that it really matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work. So does baking. You've never baked a day in your life. How could you possibly know? Throughout their bickering, I can't help but notice that Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I just overthinking this? It's impossible to think properly with the arguing going on. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like Natsuki said. Markapi's the only one who gets to decide how he'd like to contribute. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on Earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work to do. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree. We're merely discussing our workloads. Looks like Monika has untied Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy. Sorry. I was just saying though. Geez, can we just move on already? Alright then, moving along. Markapi, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Humph. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me, varying expressions playing on their faces. But of course, I'm going to go with... I could just be a little slut and end the episode right here. But I don't want to do that to you guys. Man, Sayori got the big sad right now. So, I'm kind of leaning towards that, but at the same time, Yuri. Because, you know. Dude, let's... Eeny, meeny, miny, Monika. Well, I'm just gonna see if they let me choose her. Well, I think it'd probably be best suited for helping Monika. Oh, really, Markapi? How so? Yeah, I mean, it's not like she has the most work or anything. Heck, even Yuri has more to do. Natsuki, it's not a competition. Hey! Although, to tell the truth, I would have to agree. Not to put any pressure on you or anything, Markapi. I just think that my job is honestly suited for one person. After all, I'm going to be designing the pamphlets on my laptop. Not sure how you can really contribute with that, ha. I guess that's true. Well, if you're sure you don't need help then, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. My mom does graphic design too, so I do have resources if I need help. Anyway, I'm happy that you offered to help me though. Yeah, no problem. So sorry to make you choose again, haha. But do you have a preference for who to help? Okay, I figured it was gonna do that. Gotta go with Yuri, I guess. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Markapi? Yeah, if that's okay with you, Yuri. Of course. Sorry, I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. Your assistance will be much appreciated. Okay, well that's sorted then. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. How about you, Sayori? We can work together if you want. I think I'll be okay, thanks. What an independent bunch you all are, haha. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. She glances shyly in my direction. Do you feel the same way, Markapi? Yeah, I haven't really made any banners before, and I don't know much about aromatherapy, whatever that is, so it'll be a new experience for me. I'm sorry in advance if I'm not very useful, Yuri. No, there's nothing to worry about. I appreciate you offering to help me in the first place. Good to know. It'll be fun. Yeah, that's the spirit, guys. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? I'm just looking forward to making all of these cupcakes. Those new students better appreciate them. I'm sure they will, don't you worry. After all, they look just as nice as they taste. There's a general murmur of agreement. I have a little surprise in mind with the cupcakes that I think everyone will like. Oh? What'd that be? I don't like when people use like WHAT apostrophe D. Like what? Come on, what are you doing? Who does that? Natsuki rolls her eyes. It's called a surprise for a reason, Baka. You'll find out on Monday. Of course. How silly of me to forget. Anyway, there's nothing more to discuss for today. Everyone knows what they're doing, so I'll see you all on Monday with your festival stuff. Oh, sorry. Before I go, Sayori, anything you want to add? Sayori has been awfully quiet. If I wasn't so worried about her, I might have forgotten she was in the room. No, I'm okay, thanks. I'm looking forward to what your little mystery is, Natsuki. As Natsuki and Monika leave, Sayori turns to Yuri and I. Oh, and Markapi? Yuri? I hope you two have fun. She giggles as she walks out the door. Hang on, we're meant to walk home together. As I move forward to intercept her, I feel a light tap on my shoulder. It's Yuri, looking incredibly sheepish. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. It's just, I realized we have no way of contacting each other this weekend. I forgot myself, actually. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Do you, want my mobile number? Oh, hello, Yuri. Would you like my mobile telephone number? Oh, most people would say number. You could probably omit the mobile part there. I think that would be the best way, yes. Okay, here you go. We exchange numbers. As I add her name to my list of contacts, I realize how small my contact list actually is. Apart from Sayori and my parents, it's basically empty. a reminder of how life was before joining the club.
Markapi?
Huh? Sorry, I must have spaced out a little.
It's okay. I was just saying I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
Eh? My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house.
Oh? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. I guess it's not really that important either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I can actually contribute to whatever you have in mind, Yuri. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Markapi. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something.
Chose, sorry. I'm not retarded, I swear. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason with the most Wait, you're forgetting the one reason... That doesn't make sense, does it? You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's simply what I want to do.
But...
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Besides, you helped me a lot with Sayori earlier. I have to return the favor somehow.
Oh, you really don't have to worry about that.
I'm only teasing. I'd love to help you out. I always enjoy your company. Her face flushes a bright crimson.
That's... I'm retarded, sorry. There's no way you sincerely mean that.
Of course I do. You're a delight to be around, Yuri.
I see. Forgive me, Markapi. It's just, I rarely hear such kind things spoken so genuinely.
I really can't understand why anyone would say mean things about her, just because she keeps to herself, or because her interest deviates a little from the norm. Regardless, I really do want to spend my Sunday with Yuri. I really want to spend my Sunday with you, Yuri. Can you believe me? She looks me straight in the eyes, deep in thought. It's almost as if I can see the gears turning in her head. Oh, you want to talk about the Gear Wars? Oh man, sit down. I do not envy you for not knowing about the Gear Wars. Let's just take the next 40 minutes. That's a pretty high IQ reference there. You won't get it if your IQ isn't high. Sorry about that. It's almost as if I can see the gears turning in her head. I already read that. I'm retarded. After a brief moment, she sighs and nods.
Yes, I believe you. I hope that we have an exceptional time together, Markapi. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. I'm doing it again.
Yuri clears her throat.
What I wanted to say was, I'm looking forward to Sunday.
A gentle smile plays across her face. Me too, Yuri. I leave the club room, Yuri following behind me. It looks like Sayori didn't wait up for me. She's probably at home by now. I can't help but feel guilty about not walking home with her, but maybe she really does want to be left alone. It'd certainly explain why she seemed to shrug off my attempts to help her, right? But I feel like something's off. I wish I could just focus on what's going on in front of me. Epic transition time. That one seemed longer than usual. Maybe it's just me. Dang. This seems like a great place to leave off the episode. This also looks like a very romantic setting for a living room. A little fireplace action, couple of couches, cooches, little bonsai tree in this middle echelon row thing. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I will see you in the next episode where we are home alone with Yuri, which will be pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Go ahead, do me 4 favors. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, help me find a girlfriend, and bye-bye.